Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to another round of candle reviews. I'm gonna have two for you guys today. They are both from Homeworx. We're kicking it off with Homeworx Sugared Apple Churro in this video. And a little bit later on this afternoon, obviously make sure you are subscribed. I will be uploading my thoughts on Homeworx Possessed Plum, which is a new Halloween fragrance for this year. But excited to kick it off here with the Sugared Apple Churro because I was really crazy excited about this particular scent. I am a major sucker for just fried dough in general, but especially churros. Actually, my best friend, when she got married in October of 2019, she had a churro food truck come to her reception for like the dessert portion, and all of us were able to go and get churros with different toppings, different sauces to dip the churros into. And honestly, to this day, still my favorite wedding dessert that I've ever had. Like I've been in the wedding industry for a long time, so I've eaten a lot of cake, I've eaten a lot of macarons, cupcakes, all of that stuff. I'm telling you right now, if you are getting married in the next couple of years, figure out a way to find a churro truck and convince them to come to your reception. You are going to be the hero of all of your guests. Oh man, that was so delicious. And when she first told me that she was interested in that, I was like, you are an absolute genius. Yes, let's do it. So anyway, little tip there for you, get you a food truck that makes churros for your wedding. Anyway, you guys, really excited when this candle was first teased by Homeworx because of my obvious love of the fried dough. However, I am a little bit disappointed in this candle, but I don't dislike this candle. In fact, I actually love the scent. I feel like it's just missing a key component. And that key component is the churro part. So let's go ahead and read through the fragrance notes. I'll tell you what I actually smell, and then we'll discuss strength and throw, and we'll round it up per usual. All right, you guys. So the fragrance notes for Sugared Apple Churro read, warm apples, cinnamon sugar, vanilla caramel, and toasted churro. So what are we actually smelling here? Okay, so I'm gonna start at the beginning with the warm apples. This does really smell more of like a baked apple scent, and definitely a nice sweeter apple. So I'm thinking along the lines of maybe like a Macintosh or Fuji, maybe a Gala type apple. It's not overly sweet, but it definitely is a sweeter apple note, and it is delicious. Like whatever this fragrance oil was for the apple portion of this fragrance, like that was a really good choice. I really do love the apple note, and it is very prominent. You absolutely smell the cinnamon sugar coating that typically goes onto a churro. You know, when they come out of the fryer, you just roll them in that cinnamon sugar mixture and wait for them to cool down, and then you stuff them down your gullet, right? Definitely still one of my favorite ways to eat churros is just plain, but also dip them in Nutella. Oh man, that's so good. Ooh, could I please have a Nutella churro candle? Anyone that puts out a Nutella churro candle for me is gonna get like so many prizes. That sounds amazing. Okay, let's keep going with these fragrance notes here. Vanilla caramel. All right, you absolutely do get like just a hint of like a caramel type dipping sauce, I guess you could say. It's not super prominent. I don't actually love caramel in terms of home fragrance. I'll eat it, believe me, I'll eat it. But the fragrance of it kind of tends to go a little cloying to my nose. So I don't typically gravitate towards caramel candles where that is the main focus. But if it just plays a supporting note in the background like it does with this particular scent, I'm totally here for it. Like, this is caramel done right in my book. It is not the first thing you notice, but it definitely is something that makes the candle a little bit more enjoyable. So you do get that, I don't know that I would call it necessarily vanilla caramel, but there is like that hint of caramel in the background. Now here's the part that's missing, which bums me out the most, and that is that there is no toasted churro note. There is no fried churro note. There is no donut note, no crust note, no nothing. Like nothing that really resembles like that nice gourmand, typical either fried dough or pastry type note. It's just not there for me. And I did burn this candle to the halfway point just in the hopes of maybe discovering like a pocket of churro somewhere in here. Maybe the oils weren't blended completely. I don't know. I was just being hopeful, but it never popped up for me. So that being said, I still actually really love this scent. As far as like a really basic but delicious and well done fall apple scent, this is it. Like it has all of the components to smell like an amazing, yummy fall apple treat, but it is missing the churro, and that does make it a bit of a womp womp for me. I will say, overall, pleased with the performance of this one. Is it a complete powerhouse? No, but is it performing good? Yes, it is a good performing candle. I have not had any issues with these wicks. These wicks do not seem to form really big mushroom tops, so they are not as prone to wanting to lean over and, you know, kind of dive into the wax. No issues with that. I have not had this candle go sooty on me. It's burning just fine. The strength and the throw, if I had to put kind of an average on it, I would put the strength at about a 6.5 and the throw at, I don't know, probably like between a 6 and a 7 as well. It certainly fills the area of the house where I have this candle burning, but it is not a house filler, which is obviously what most of us remember HomeWorx candles being touted as being back in the day. I don't consider them to be house fillers. They definitely will fill a lot of the downstairs of our open concept home here, but no, not house fillers, not anymore. I wish HomeWorx could get back there, but at this point, I don't know. I would be happy if I just continue to see consistent strength and throw, which honestly, I feel like I've seen that consistency, at least in what I have purchased. But it is still more of like a solid medium throw more than anything else. So I like this for what it is, which is a great fall transition apple scent. September is the only month where I really focus on burning a lot of apple scents. I'm actually trying to get through a lot of them right now, because once October rolls around, I go full on like pumpkin, you know, and those types of like gourmand fall type scents. Like I hit that hard beginning of October, and I kind of let the apples go to the wayside at that point. But this one here, I think, is a really great one to have on hand for that transitional period. I do think that people have seen this one out in the wild, if you will. So you can potentially find this at places like Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. If you see the HomeWorx candles out and about, from what I have come to understand is that they are apparently the same quality as you can find at QVC, as you can find at Homeworx.Shop or at Ulta or some of the other retailers. So yeah, if that is the case, then you can certainly pick these up, usually for around $16.99 at those outlet type stores. So certainly if I saw another one of these there, I would think about picking it up. That being said, I do still have a number of apple scents that I'm going to try to get through for this fall. So I'm not in the market right now to pick up another one, but I do recommend it if you've been curious about it and you typically like apple scents. But if you are going to be bummed out about the churro part missing, I would say maybe skip this one. So I will go ahead and link this where you can find it in the description box down below. Please note that HomeWorx has changed their rewards policy, as well as what you can use ambassador discount sale. Sorry, let me word this properly. What you can use the ambassador discount codes for in terms of, you know, different types of sales where it's allowed. It is very, very restricted now. I don't mind, you know, that they don't allow the ambassador discount codes. You know, the code stacking I can completely get, but the rewards portion of it, I'm not a huge fan of that new policy. So that being said, definitely familiarize yourself with the new policy, and that way, you know, you are not disappointed when you're not able to redeem your points. So, as always, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch today. Obviously, make sure you're subscribed if you are interested in more candle reviews. There are definitely more on the way. I have a number of candles that I still need to get to, so there is more to come. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.